Hello everyone, welcome to video lecture. I hope you all will be enjoying video lectures, isn't it? Now let's learn. In this module we will learn about human digestive system and nutrition in ruminants. Before discussing human digestive system, I would explain you the term digestion. Digestion is the process of breakdown of complex component of food into simpler substances. It's called digestion. Now let's discuss human digestive system in detail. We take in food through our mouth. From mouth, it passes to esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. A few glands are also associated with alimentary canal. Salivary glands, the liver and pancreas. Alimentary canal and associated glands. They together make up the digestive system. Food is taken inside through the mouth. The mouth contains teeth, tongue and salivary glands. Teeth helps in breakdown of food into smaller particles. This process is called mastication. The chewed food is mixed with saliva. Saliva is a watery liquid released by salivary glands. Saliva contains a type of enzyme called salivary amylase, which converts starch into sugars. It means the digestion of food starts in the mouth itself. Tongue. It is a muscular organ. It helps in tasting of food and it helps in swallowing of food. Teeth. They help in cutting, tearing and grinding before we swallow. There are 4 types of teeth in our mouth. Incisor. They lie in front of the mouth. They are 8 in number, 4 in upper jaw and 4 in lower jaw. They are well adapted for cutting and biting of food. Canines. They are adjacent to incisors on both sides of the jaw. They are used to tear the food, so they are called tearing teeth. They are 2 in each jaw. Premolars and molars. Next set of teeth that helps in grinding and chewing of food are called premolars and molars. There are 4 premolars and 6 molars in each jaw. It means there are total 8 premolars and 12 molars in number. In a lifetime, human gets 2 sets of teeth. First set of teeth erupts when we are babies. They are called milk teeth. They last until we are about 8 years old. And then they are replaced by permanent teeth. An adult human has 32 teeth in all, 16 in each jaw. Esophagus or food pipe. It is a long tube that connects mouth to the stomach. It has powerful muscles to push down the food. Esophagus contracts and relaxes in a rhythmic manner. You can see in this figure, when the muscles are contracting, the bolus is pushed down, and when muscle is relaxed, it opens a passage for the bolus. And this movement is called peristaltic movement. Food is pushed down into the stomach by peristaltic movement. Stomach. It is a J-shaped organ. It is the widest part of the alimentary canal. It receives at one end from food pipe and open into another end the small intestine. Stomach. Here the food stays from few minutes to few hours depending upon the type of food we eat. The food in the stomach is churned into semi-solid paste that is called chyme. Inner walls of the stomach releases hydrochloric acid, mucus and digestive juices. Hydrochloric acid kills the bacteria which enters along with the food. Mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach. And digestive juices, they break down the proteins into simpler substances. In this way, the food gets partially digested in the stomach. After the stomach, the food goes into the small intestine. It is highly coiled and it is about 7 meters or 20 feet long in an adult human. The muscles of the small intestine mixes food with the digestive juices and secrete some of their own juices which help in further digestion. Digestion in small intestine is carried with the help of secretions of pancreas and liver. Liver releases bile juice, pancreas releases enzymes and pancreatic juices. Bile juice helps in digestion of fats and pancreatic juice helps in digestion of proteins. Gallbladder. Bile juice released is stored in a sac-like structure that is called gallbladder. Once the food is simplified, is digested into nutrients, it is absorbed by thousands of finger-like structures which are present in the inner walls of the small intestine called villi. These villi absorb the nutrients and passes them into the blood capillaries. The food substances which are absorbed by villi are then transported to the different organs of the body and they incorporate into the cells for producing energy. The glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water in the presence of oxygen to produce energy. Fatty acids and glycerols, they get accumulated under the skin and act as energy reservoir of the body. Large intestine. The undigested food from small intestine passes to the large intestine. Large intestine absorbs water and other necessary nutrients from undigested food and pushes down into the rectum. Waste is stored here in the form of feces and is excreted out of the body through anus. This process is called egestion. It means removal of waste products from the body is called egestion, and this process is carried out by large intestine. You might have observed animals such as cow, goats swallowing food and then chewing it, bringing it back to the mouth. This partially digested food is called cud, and the animals are known as cud chewing animals. The cud chewing mammals have 4-chambered stomach and are called ruminants, and the process by which they take their nutrition is called rumination. Ruminants have 4 chambers: rumen, reticulum, omasum, abomasum. First of all, the food is swallowed and stored in the first part of stomach, that is called rumen. In rumen, the food gets partially digested by the action of microorganisms. The cud or partially digested food, you can say, is transferred to the second part of the reticulum. From here, it returns to the mouth for rechewing. After rechewing, it is swallowed again and moves to the third chamber known as omasum. Here, water is absorbed and then it is pushed to the fourth part, abomasum. Food is then passed into the small intestine, where final absorption of food takes place and process of digestion stops. And lastly, the waste is excreted out of the body. Thank you and have a nice day.